Welcome back to another video. This time round, I'm going to be telling you how I built a uniform for myself that matches my lifestyle. When coming up with a uniform for myself, I looked to where I spend most of my time. Unfortunately, like many of us, I spent it in an office. Not an office per se, but I work in a fashion company in a studio setting. I like to feel my most productive and confident when I'm at work, and that means for me wearing some type of blazer, or if not a blazer, at least a shirt. I like layers. I like a classic layer over basic pieces. So the three-piece uniform for me is 2 layers on top with your bottoms. Depending on the season, sometimes this is more or less. Of course, it can go up to 3, 4 layers on top, depending on how cold it is. But even in the warmer months, the hot summer months, I'm still making sure that I've got 2 layers on top. Even if I'm not wearing both layers all day long, the idea is that I have it with me, and even if I end up flinging it over my bag or tying it around my waist, it adds in to the idea of an effortless look. I have the choice when I'm wearing this type of layering to feel super put together or super relaxed, and I can change that throughout the day. Making sure that I'm layering classic items like shirts and blazers means I'm never too dressed up, never too dressed down, and I kind of hit that middle ground quite easily and always feel that I'm not going to be too hot, I'm not going to be too cold. I can look effortless or I can look more professional depending on how I use my layers. Here are some of the looks that I wear to work. Sometimes, as you can see, if I'm wearing a dress, I'll just pop a blazer over the top. This is not a 3-piece uniform, it is just 2 pieces, but obviously the dress is making up for 2 pieces as being one. Creating this uniform for myself has also helped in deciding when to add things into my wardrobe and what those pieces should be. Because I enjoy this layering style, I make sure that all my pieces are able to be layered. That means minimal bells and whistles, minimal frills, minimal volume, or volume that at least can be tucked away under a blazer. I prefer to have versatility across my whole wardrobe, and so I keep super statement pieces or anything that is difficult to layer or is going to be a distraction in a look to a minimum. I prefer to go to my cupboard, pull out a shirt, pull out a pair of trousers or a skirt, and have it all work seamlessly together, not feeling like any of the items make me feel fussy. I've told you before that I live on a boat, and so recently my husband and I took a week out away to just travel down the river, have a change of scenery, and stay out in the middle of nowhere and just enjoy some peace and quiet. So of course I don't spend all my time in the office, but even still, making this 3-piece uniform for myself really works in my downtime as well. Hello and welcome to my outfit for our first day of cruising. Here my 3-piece uniform is a pair of white cotton shorts and this pale khaki, somewhat utility inspired shirt. It has drawstring details that I love and that help in elevating a practical look for a day out on the river on the boat. This knitted white tank is perfect with the white shorts, and I love the freshness all white gives under an oversized casual shirt. All I dressed for on day 2 was drinking wine and soaking up the sun. I stuck to all white, and for my layer on top I wore one of my reworked shirts. It's a wrap style which I tied to the back to give an easy thrown-on effect. I love a bold pair of sunglasses with a very dressed down look, and these black ones from Isabel Marant are perfect to lift the look a little. Along with my Ganni rubber clogs, they bring just enough of a fashion edge to the outfit. Underneath, I went with a relaxed tank with shoulder pads. I like that proportion under a shirt, and it's an easy way to still feel like myself and have a little fun on quiet days. Next in with a pair of trousers I made for this trip. I wanted something elasticated in cotton that had interesting proportion but was super easy and comfortable to wear. I paired them here with Havaianas, my favorite summer boat shoe, and tonal layers. This is another of my reworked shirts that is made to be wrapped, but I just left it loose, which is exactly the beauty of the versatility I like to put into my designs. I spent the day stringing beads for necklaces I've wanted to make, and I added one to the outfit later that day to walk up to the pub for a drink. I took my Sur leather pouch bag and felt really great in this, which I mostly think was due to the voluminous ease of the trousers and shirt. Here I am in the kitchen making the only thing I know how to bake in an oven. And even though the only people we saw the whole time we were out were folks walking their dogs or the occasional rower or boater passing by, I dressed in my three-piece layered uniform to feel like my best and most comfortable self. Just for me, because I really do believe that my clothing is part of my wellness. Other than baking banana bread and daydreaming, for our last day I put together my best dress down outfit of the trip. This is the third iteration of a shirt design I'm constantly perfecting and redesigning, and I love this linen version I've made for myself. I also made these wide boxer style shorts and layered a Skims bodysuit underneath. This outfit made a full day of relaxing all the more enjoyable, even with no one to impress but my husband and myself. This uniform for me and this style of layering is really a uniform for life. As I've just shown you the looks that I wore when I was out in the middle of nowhere and enjoying some downtime, I can just as easily use the same pieces and just style them in a different way for other areas of my life. So if I was going to go out for dinner or go out for a drink or have a fabulous lunch, I could just as easily take the exact same comfy linen that I wore at the side of the river to do nothing, pop on a little kitten heel sandal, maybe some jewelry just to jazz it up, and suddenly I've got a fabulous, more elevated look, but I'm utilizing the same pieces in my wardrobe. I'm not thinking too hard about this. In the same way, I can pop on my favorite casual trousers that I made for myself. They're lovely and roomy to relax in, but they also work in an office setting. So if I was to wear the trousers with the same shirt and just pop on a blazer, I'm really set to go for a productive day at work. I really just love the effortlessness and the interest that light, casual, easy layering gives. It's not rocket science. It has been around for ages and a lot of people dress like this. But the game changer for me was really committing to it. Once committing to this, it's really started to feel like there's a similarity between all my looks. And I really like that. I like that I can have a lot of fun with my pieces, but in general, I'm going to give off the same vibe. And that instills, again, coming back to that idea of confidence, makes me feel like myself, my best self, and that allows me to just tackle life in the best way and in the best mood. I really hope you enjoyed this little take on layering and how I've created this uniform for myself. The next video, I'm going to take you through my take on size, fit, proportion, shape, and the modern details that I really have to have across all the pieces that I choose to keep in my wardrobe. Thank you so much for watching this time around, and I'll see you for another video soon.